Good day everyone, we're back. Open challenge number 2, episode number 4. We're turn 135. There's no enemy in sight. We have no range. We have very little technologies. We were very happy last episode to meet Director Chuck. He gave us terraforming and he is a researcher, giving us a whopping 10 research points per turn, bringing us to 39 research points. Now, before I continue clicking away in these turns, we're gonna do some micromanagement because I want to squeeze a little bit more research out of these populations. We need to be above 40, otherwise we're never gonna see these iridium fuel cells anytime soon. So let's see. Where can I get some points? Here is one, here is one. We have 3 freighters, so the freighters we don't need them immediately, the new fleet. These one stay here. Here's some housing going on. $47 points. Oh, that's an improvement. Okay. Here is our flagship A and a scout. Here's our flagship B. That means in home we still have flagship number C in the queue. But it's building a colony ship right now. Somebody building a colony base here. Yeah. Porphygus Prime is building colony base for Porphygus II. Pollution control facility. Only half the actual production of the planet is used to calculate production. Now finally we can start on our fuel cells. It will take us 32 turns, so taking us way past turn 160 to get these fuel cells and hopefully meet somebody. I'm gonna swap here the queue to include pollution processor because it's an ultra rich planet. I will put the pollution processor here as well when I'm done researching, because at the moment they don't produce any pollution here. So it seems we're going to use our new tech only on Porphygus 4 to start with. Not sure if it's worthwhile to continue housing here. Let's see, 114k per turn. If I just start doing Starbase, 88. So we're talking about 26k. Now I'll swap it to Starbase. And we've breached the 50 research points barrier. Wow, 51 research points. Doing really well. Now it takes 27 turns to get our fuel cells. Actually, I've been thinking about taking a different approach here. Instead of doing these iridium fuel cells, we could also have taken the road of Optronic Computer, Scout Lab, and then Holo Simulator, because Holo Simulator of course improves your full economy by 20%. And these three techs take the same amount of investment as the fuel cells themselves. But Optronic Computer is useless, Scout Lab is useless until we have met somebody. So I want to first meet somebody. That's why I'm staying on fuel cells. Okay, Perfugus is almost done terraforming, 1 turn left. We have 4 population here on this beautiful ocean world. It's ultra rich. So we're gonna have a good benefit from having more population on this planet. 4 population. And now we can have 12 population. It's an increase of 8. So let's swap these guys, move these guys to that planet, change this here to Starbase. Here we will do housing next turn. 60 research points now, 18 turns to go. And we still need those 2 colony bases. Exciting stuff. 2 turns to go, 4 turns to go. Slightly negative, because we have quite a lot of buildings compared to our total population. You can see 77% of our income is spent on buildings maintenance. Of course, we're putting this hydroponic farm everywhere, and marine barracks, and we have a lot of radiated planets, so that is a net increase of 50% of total maintenance of the planet. So it's quite high. There's no real way to lower it except to terraform planets and grow more population. Of course, at some point we'll need to invent a stock exchange as well, which is here. Space Academy, Alien Management and Planetary Stock Exchange. But because our points are so low and our priorities are to get fuel cells first and then go to get the Holo Simulator, it will take a while for us to get stock exchange. Although Holo Simulator is good as well, because the 20% bonus also applies to your tax generated. It increases the money you get from each planet by 20%. So that will be a good building to have. So 1 turn to complete for the colony base and 3 turns for this one on Sente number 2. This housing here. Colony base in Profugus. Let's send one guy there, like so. You can see there's a shortage of food here. We'll fix that in a minute. Minus 1 becomes 3 plus 1. 4 minus 1 becomes 5 plus 1. So this is somehow the better choice. And then we have that other colony base ready in 2 turns. We can buy it now, but I don't think it's worth, well, it's 28. But considering we're at 40 and we have no real income per turn, I'm not gonna buy it. Now 67 research points. Colony base. I'm using Q here to insert buildings in the queue. You can delete everything. press Q and you have your buildings. It's a new feature of the 1.5 patch. In this case I don't need the pollution processor that fast. So I could have adjusted the buildings list for this game, but I didn't do it, so I can do it manually now. I'm keeping that second population here in Profugus 4 because it's my ultra rich planet and it has the pollution processor, and I want to take advantage of that fact. So I've put the second population, and you can see there's one barrel of pollution there happening. If I take this one off, there's no pollution happening. So for me this seems to be the optimal situation, but now every time I go into micro, it stands out from the rest, so I'm thinking, why is it here? But it's every time the same planet. We're at -2 food. We need to fix that. Whoa, the Anterans are coming! And they're coming to me. Two turns away from center with a single frigate, and I have like nothing here. I have nothing here. I'm going to build an outpost. It takes me 5 turns, for goodness sake. This one will never be finished in time. Okay, so that's one outpost then. I'm gonna buy it as well. So I'm actually hoping when they attack me that they will pick one of the outposts instead of a planet, because, you know, it's gonna hurt. So I'm going to build this outpost on the gas giant. If I'm lucky, there's a 25% chance the Anterans actually choose that outpost. In which case it only has cost me some money and not development time. No, they picked number 3. That's a pity. I lost 2 million people there. And the Anterans are coming again. Wow, they're active suddenly. They're coming to me again. Why? Why, please? Not to home as well. Oh, that's terrible. That's really terrible. Okay, let's first fix Santa here. So we lost our small ocean. Turns. Now this is certainly a setback. Now they're coming to home with 2 frigates. Goodness. I can try to do the same trick here, in fact. Build an outpost. But I'm sure somehow they will prefer to attack my homeworld here. So I'm not sure what to do about it. We're 9 turns away from our fuel cells breakthrough. So now we have 4 cheetahs here. And since the Anterans have frigates, I should be able to get a few missiles out of these guys before they die. Which only helps when they attack my Terran world. It has a star base, so then the scouts can serve as some kind of support. If they attack any other colony, the scouts are pretty much useless because they won't be able to kill the frigate of the Anterans anyway. So yeah, that's our situation. That's our situation. Director Grog will wait a while to see if you can raise the 400 BC. He's a financial leader, labor leader, and he brings mega wealth. 10 BC per turn. We really want to have this guy, but we have no money. And the next turn will be harassed by the Anterans on our home system. So I'm gonna do an extra round of these cheetahs, because I'm assuming they will attack my home planet instead of one of the other colonies. And if that's true, if the assumption is correct, then these cheetahs will actually make some difference, at least. Hopefully we can destroy one of the frigates. We're also 5 turns away from our fuel cells, which is why I'm building these 2 scouts here. And when the fuel cells are done and our missile frigates are destroyed by the Anterans, I'm going to build a couple of more scouts to explore these systems here on our border that we then can reach. Okay, the Anterans are coming. You see, they attack the homeworld. Annoying. So we'll shoot everything on that single frigate here. We're not going to spread our volleys. You saw that the nuclear missiles actually do 2 damage to Terrans because they have the damper field, which takes 3/4 of the damage away, and the regular damage is 8, so there's only 2 remaining there, which is pathetic, really. So with all these shots, we've done 14 points of damage to the armor. Because it also has the ECM jammer, so some of the missiles actually completely miss and do no damage at all. But we'll keep trying. I'm gonna self-destruct my ships. Hopefully that does some damage to this little guy here. Let's see. So that was another 2. I hurt my own frigate in the process here. Gave him 1 damage as well. Well, that seemed like no damage at all. We have 6 armor left of this Terran Raider. Starbase is almost dead. I think it was no damage again. No, no damage. Okay, capital destroyed. That is such a bad event. That is such a bad event. Let's see. Oh, look what's happening here. Minus 24 food. This is such a bad event. So we now have minus 35% for not having a capital. And we have no barracks here because it was destroyed. But the capital of course has a global effect. No, global is not the right word, it has a universal effect. Everything is affected. So maybe I want to build the capital somewhere else. Maybe I want to build it on Krisha, for example. The capital has no maintenance cost in the classic game, so it's also not affected by increased maintenance cost from radiated worlds. So in that sense it's okay to build it here. Where is it now? 35 turns. Well, we really needed this turn. We needed this turn. I'm just gonna put it everywhere to compare. So this is a no-go. This is also a no-go. And this one. So there's a choice of two really. Home 1. Which is kind of fitting, it's home. And Profugus 1. Which is maybe not the best because it's more on the border. And it's a small barren world, that doesn't really matter. Now we're gonna have loads of first let's finish this capital actually. So we're gonna put it on home 1. So this one is going back to Starbase. So we're gonna suffer one turn of this negative morale effect, and it's gonna cause a lot of starvation. Minus 50, minus 50, minus 50, and yeah, I can score all the planets, but it will be here minus 200, minus 100. I mean, this is terrible. So everywhere where we can farm, I'm gonna put farmers. I just don't want to have all that starvation. So now we have minus 6. It's not great. Minus 1, okay. Yep. And, well, I don't have to change anything here. So now we have rebuilt our capital. So you see our money is in the plus, our food is now excellent, huge surplus. And on this sad note, I'll stop this episode here and do some crying. And then we continue episode number 5 a little bit later. Thanks very much for watching, guys.